Right. So you've decided you're done with the rat race, yeah? You want to spend your golden years somewhere you can actually afford to live, where the weather doesn't hate you 6 months of the year, and where the biggest decision you'll make all week is whether to go fishing before or after your morning coffee. Well, lucky for you, Queensland, Australia's Sunshine State, is basically retirement paradise. But here's the thing. Not all retirement towns are created equal. Some are brilliant. Some are expensive tourist traps pretending to be retirement havens. And some are just weird. Today, we're diving into the best towns to retire in Queensland. 7. Hervey Bay. First up, we've got Hervey Bay. And this place is basically Queensland's retirement poster child. It's ranked number 4 nationally for retirement destinations, and for good reason. Hervey Bay sits on the Fraser Coast, about 3 hours north of Brisbane, and it's famous for being the whale-watching capital of Australia, which is brilliant if you like whales. And if you don't like whales, what's wrong with you? They're massive, and they breach. What's not to love? As of Q3 of 2025, the median house price is $760,000. Units are $590,000. That's year-on-year growth of 9.4% for houses and a whopping 20.4% for units. So if you bought a unit here recently, congratulations, you're doing brilliantly. What makes Hervey Bay brilliant for retirees? The climate's subtropical, which means you get warm winters and hot summers, but not the oppressive tropical humidity you get further north. The beaches are protected by Fraser Island, or Kagari, as it's properly called, so the waters are calm. Perfect for swimming without worrying about rips or being eaten by something toothy. The town's got excellent healthcare with Hervey Bay Hospital, which matters when you're not 25 anymore and your body starts making weird noises. There's also a massive retirement community here. Over a quarter of the population is retired. So, you're not going to be the weird old person at the bowls club. You're going to be one of many weird old people at the bowls club. Downsides? The property market's been mental in recent years with prices jumping significantly. Sales volumes have actually dropped by about 30% year-on-year because there's simply not enough stock available. Everyone wants in, but hardly anyone's selling. If you waited a few years to buy in, you're paying for it now. Also, it's 3 hours to Brisbane, so if you need to be near a major city regularly, that's going to get old fast. But if you're retired, why do you need to be anywhere in a hurry? 6. Yeppoon. Next, we've got Yeppoon. And this is central Queensland's little secret that's not so secret anymore. Yeppoon's on the Capricorn Coast, about 40 kilometers northeast of Rockhampton, and it's the gateway to Great Keppel Island. The town's got this relaxed coastal vibe, beautiful beaches, and as of mid-2025, the median house price was around $702,000 for a 3-bedroom house. Units sitting at about $515,000. Now, here's what happened. Pre-COVID, you could grab a house here for under $400,000. Then the pandemic hit. Everyone went mental, and cashed-up interstate buyers descended on the place like seagulls on hot chips. Prices shot up massively. Year-on-year growth to mid-2025 was 14.1% for houses and nearly 20% for units. It's been absolutely bonkers. What's good about Yeppoon? The lagoon. Seriously, they've got this free resort-style lagoon right on the beach, and it's absolutely brilliant. You can swim there without worrying about stingers or sharks, and it doesn't cost a penny. There's also sailing, fishing, the Keppel Bay Sailing Club, and enough cafes and restaurants to keep you fed and caffeinated. The downside? Inventory levels are ridiculously low, like below 1%, which means there aren't many properties available. If you want to buy here, you're competing with everyone else, and properties are selling in under 3 weeks. It's a seller's market, which is great if you're selling, not so great if you're buying. Also, it's tropical-ish, so summers can be humid, and if you need a major hospital, you're heading to Rockhampton. But the local healthcare's decent for day-to-day stuff. 5. Toowoomba. Right, let's talk about Toowoomba, the Garden City, which is having an absolute moment right now. Toowoomba's not on the coast, it's inland on the Great Dividing Range, about 90 minutes west of Brisbane. But don't let that put you off because this place has been one of the best-performing regional property markets in Australia over the past few years. No, I'm not making that up. As of mid-2025, median house prices were sitting at around $670,000 to $677,000. That's up about 13 to 15.8% year-on-year, depending on which data you're looking at. Why is everyone suddenly obsessed with Toowoomba? A few reasons. First, it's still way cheaper than Brisbane or the coast. Second, it's got a cracking economy based on agriculture, education, and healthcare. The unemployment rate's dropped to 4.1%, and job vacancies are up. Third, the infrastructure's solid, with direct rail links to Brisbane and a proper hospital. But here's the real value: the lifestyle. Toowoomba's got parks everywhere. It's literally called the Garden City, and it hosts the annual Carnival of Flowers, which is massive. The climate's also lovely, cooler than the coast, with 4 actual seasons. You can wear a jumper in winter without people thinking you've lost the plot. For retirees, this is perfect because you get a proper regional city with all the amenities: shopping, healthcare, culture, but without the chaos and expense of Brisbane. The downsides: prices have been rising so fast that affordability is becoming a problem. If you're on a fixed income, you might find yourself priced out of the better suburbs. Also, it's not on the beach. If you're the type who needs to see the ocean every day, Toowoomba's not for you. But if you prefer trees, parks, and not sweating through your shirt in summer, this place is brilliant. 4. Noosa. Now we need to talk about Noosa, but I'm going to be honest with you. Unless you've got a proper chunk of cash, Noosa's probably out of reach. As of late 2025, the median house price in Noosa Heads is sitting at around $2.3 to $2.6 million. In the broader Noosa region, house prices range from roughly $1.35 to $1.7 million, depending on the suburb. Units in Noosa Heads are now around $1.8 to $1.85 million. This is not a budget retirement destination. This is where wealthy Australians go to enjoy their golden years in luxury. But if you can afford it, Noosa's absolutely stunning. It's on the Sunshine Coast, about an hour north of Brisbane, and it's got pristine beaches, the Noosa National Park, and Hastings Street, which is lined with boutique shops and cafes, where a coffee costs more than a meal elsewhere. The lifestyle here is unbeatable if money's no object. Beautiful weather, low crime, excellent healthcare at Noosa Private Hospital, and a social scene that caters specifically to well-off retirees. The median age is 55 and over half the population is over 50. The catch? It's expensive. Not just property. Everything's expensive. A coffee, a meal, groceries. You're paying for the prestige and the location. Also, properties take longer to sell here, about 47 to 52 days, because fewer people can afford them. If you're cashed up and you want the best of the best, Noosa's your spot. If you're on a regular pension, you're better off looking literally anywhere else. 3. Ingham. Alright, here's a curveball. Ingham, in the Hinchinbrook Shire, has been ranked as one of Australia's top retirement destinations. And the median house price? As of 2025, it's around $320,000. Under $350,000. In Queensland, near the coast. It's like finding a unicorn. Ingham's in North Queensland, between Townsville and Cairns, and it's a proper small town. The population's about 4,400, and over half of them are of Italian descent, so the place is called Little Italy. The culture here is brilliant, with Italian festivals, cafes, and a genuine sense of community. The town's got the tidal wetlands, which are fantastic for birdwatching and spotting wallabies, and you're close to tropical beaches and nature walks. Healthcare's available locally, though if you need a hospital, Townsville's about an hour away. Why is it so cheap? Because it's small, it's remote, and it's not a tourist hotspot. You're not going to have the same amenities as Hervey Bay or Noosa, but if you want a quiet, affordable retirement in a close-knit community, this is the place. The cost of living is ridiculously low compared to the coast. Ingham's also part of the Aging in Place Community Initiative, which focuses on supporting older residents. So the local council actually cares about retirees, which is refreshing. 2. Gladstone. Let's talk about Gladstone, the engine room of Queensland, which is having a bit of a renaissance. Gladstone's an industrial port city on the coast, about 4 hours north of Brisbane. It's known for shipping and aluminium smelting, which doesn't exactly scream retirement paradise. But hear me out. The median house price in 2025 varies by suburb, but you're looking at around $345,000 in Gladstone Central, up to $635,000 in premium areas like Tannum Sands. That's affordable. Rental yields are sitting at 5 to 6% for houses, with some units delivering 7 to 8%, which is exceptional. The town's got excellent infrastructure, including Gladstone Hospital, which provides 24-hour emergency care and specialist services. What's good here? The natural attractions. You've got Round Hill Lookout with stunning views, the Gladstone Bowls Club, an aquatic center, and easy access to the coast. There are also multiple retirement villages, including Beecham by Taman, which provides activities and community for seniors. The downside? It's industrial. If you're expecting a quaint coastal village, you're in the wrong place. But if you want affordability, decent amenities, and a quiet lifestyle without the tourist crowds, Gladstone's worth a look. 1. Maryborough. Maryborough's just down the road from Hervey Bay, and it's the tree change option for the Fraser Coast. This town's got serious history. It's where P.L. Travers, the author of Mary Poppins, was born. The median house price in 2025 is about $450,000 to $500,000, which is way cheaper than Hervey Bay. Over the past 5 years, Maryborough's seen price growth of about 78.6%, which puts it in Queensland's top 5 growth areas. Maryborough's got heritage buildings, the Mary River for walks and markets, and it's only a short drive to Hervey Bay for beach days. It's also close enough to Brisbane for day trips if you need city access. The downside? It's not as vibrant as Hervey Bay. It's quieter, more rural. And if you want nightlife or a buzzing social scene, you're not finding it here. But if you want affordability and a slower pace, it's brilliant. So, if you want the best all-rounder, go for Hervey Bay. It's got the infrastructure, the community, the weather, and it's ranked nationally for a reason. Yes, prices have jumped, but you're getting value for money with exceptional rental yields and ultra-low vacancy rates. If you want coastal living without the massive price tag, Yeppoon's your best bet. Just be prepared for a competitive market with limited stock. If you prefer a proper city with parks, culture, and cooler weather, Toowoomba's having its moment and it's better value compared to Brisbane or the coast. If you've got money to burn and want luxury, Noosa's the dream, but bring your wallet. And if you want the cheapest option with a genuine community feel, Ingham's a hidden gem. The key takeaway? Queensland's got options. Beach, mountains, rural, city, whatever you want, there's a town for you. Just do your research, visit the places first, and don't buy somewhere just because the brochure looks nice. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment telling me which town you'd pick. Or if I've missed your favorite spot, let me know, and I'll roast it in a future video. See you in the next one.